Hold please. 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 Hold please.
Hello, babes. I was just putting on some more lipstick. Hold, please. I just finished eating one of the best meals ever from my local soul food place. Now, this is a meal I haven't had before. I usually get like their fried shrimp or Cajun shrimp. This time I got the salmon. Babes, when I tell you that salmon was so good, I started to move back the time on this here live so I can finish it. But I was like, it's all right. The show must go on time. So let me get in here and do what I need to do for my job. And I will get back to that salmon. I will get back to it. Hey, babes, how are you? How is everybody today? Listen, I don't know what this weather wants to do. It's trying to take me all the way completely out. 1 minute it is warm, the next minute it is cold. I'm tying up my little hoodie because mama's cold. Mama is cold today. Who we got in the house today? Hey, Lou, welcome in. Party God, welcome in. You're doing good? Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Well, I'm glad everybody is fine. I know there's some people that are in the bushes. Hey, cloud babies, cloud cuties. How are y'all this evening? Hey, memories and adventures with us. Hi. Welcome in. Listen, the streets are talking. And when sometimes the streets talk, I gotta talk too. So my caption hopefully gave y'all a little snippet of what I want to talk about today, because I feel like it's like open season on Black women. And I don't know what's going on, but I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it. Case in point for moi, I was driving the other day, minding my own business. As I get ready to turn, I put on my signal. I made my turn. And there was some woman like right in back of me that started honking her horn because I turned on the turn signal, put my signal on, and I turned. But I don't know, she wanted to get in the lane I wanted to, but she was in the far lane. So if you wanted to get in the lane that I was in, you should have come and turned right behind me. Anyway, she chooses to honk her horn at me. And then when the light stops, see, this is why you can't be doing stuff to people and thinking that you could just get away with stuff, because she thought she could just flip me the bird and then hit that next light and be on her merry way. What had happened was she got stopped at the light, same as me. So I pulled up on side of her and I was like, what is your problem? And then she flips me the bird again and then calls me something that ain't nobody supposed to call nobody Black ever. At which point, Suburban Bella kind of clicked off, and Brooklyn Bella said, let me handle this. Let me handle this. And so she jumped in. I don't know what I did or said after that, because she took, when that light changed, she took off like a bat out of hell. Car screeching and everything. And the lady behind her, which now is next to me, she's just looking at me like, and she's a Black lady, she's just looking at me like, why'd you black out on this chick? And I'm just looking back at her like, I know you're not about to say nothing, because you could get cussed out too. Because at that moment, Brooklyn Bella took over, and I was just like, anybody could get it at this point. Anybody. You want it? Because she got it. But then she peeled off. So I can't give it to her no more. So do you want the rest of this? Because I'm ready to go. I'm GTG. Good to go. As my party guard would say, I'm GTG. Good to go. So I was ready. But she didn't say anything to me. She just stared, bewildered maybe. Who knows? Because once, Brooklyn Bella takes over, sometimes I don't be remembering what I say, and I don't be curtailing my language. And so it comes out however it gets out. But at that point that I'm not one to fool with. And so that happened earlier this week. And I was like, since then, I'm chill, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm relaxed, I'm, all good. Then I see this news report about Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child and how she supposedly was unhappy about the dressing room that she was given. And so people, again, get on their soapbox and they pretend to know about the situation and pretend to dissect the situation and say what they think is going on without the knowledge of, one, Kelly Rowland herself giving a statement, or her representatives giving a statement. Hey, TV Nation, welcome in. Thank you for coming, beautiful. Thank you so much for coming. Guys, don't forget to give this video a like, and if you can, share it out to your friends, CFOs, so all you know. Just let them know Brown Girl Bella is in the house today. Would love to have more people in the house, as always. Come on out and say hello. Would love to have you. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't understand why it seems to be open season on Black people. I said Black women, but really Black people. Case in point, I'm gonna go to Twitter a moment. I'm gonna say this is fair use only. This is just for educational purposes only. Hey, Kaboo Maker. Hey, Kay. Welcome in. I'm not even gonna say what it is because we all know what it is. I'm not gonna put the audio on, but as you will see, he calls him the N-word, and then he gets knocked smooth out. So that's the thing. That's the thing, babes. I don't understand where this permission came from. I don't know if a certain person that wants to be back in charge of the nation wants to kind of bring this out there, but I'm telling you now, it's not the same. I know you may want those people may want to bring us back to those old times where you can say things like that and kind of get away with it, but this is not those times. These are not those times. Yeah, and Skeeter runs over like he gonna do something. Sir, where are you going? Where you see he backed up clear, he backed up smooth. He backed up real smooth. He was like, I don't want to get knocked the F out. Let's show it again. I'm not gonna play again. I'm not gonna play the audio because I just don't need that kind of life. But I do want to show it again. Just to let you know, today is not like the olden days. It's not. It's not. And here's why. Here's why. That's why. Come on, Skeeter, what you gonna do? I'll knock you out too. That part. And you. And what you want. Listen, I am not about the violence. I'm really not. But what I am about is respect. Everyone, white, black, cat, dog, whoever, deserves respect. And if you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. But if you come out your face and call me out my name, just be clear. Just be clear. Luckily, I did not come out my car, but had somebody been taping me, they would have heard what I said. Because what I said is what I said. And I said what I said, and I mean what I say. Because this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. So going back to the Kelly Rowland thing. So again, I kept my mouth shut and I kept my opinions to myself because I'm like, I don't know the whole situation. For Kelly Rowland to go off about a Today Show dressing room, she's been on a Today Show before. That doesn't sound like something Kelly Rowland would do. I think there's something more to the story until Kelly Rowland tells me out of her mouth, hey, this is how I felt, and this is what happened. I'ma shut up. But see, not everybody subscribes to that notion. Case in point, and we're gonna bring this up. Hold, please. Let me do what I do in the background of how I do it. We're gonna pull this up real fast. Because I was like, I'm gonna mind my business. I'm gonna mind my business because I don't know what happened. And until I know what happened, I'm gonna just keep my opinions to myself. But then here come Miss Bethany Frankel, who always feels like she gotta have a platform to talk and run her mouth. talking out of left field without no kind of information about what had happened and what went on. Here's what she says. She took issue with the singer Kelly Rowland reportedly walking off the set of the Today Show due to a problem with the dressing room. She says that Franco actually called her out because she says that her dressing room wasn't up to par. Now, she's since deleted her post, but let me see if I can pull up some of the clips. Oh, yes. Okay, I got it. So hold, please. Let me pull up this clip. Oops, hang on. No, that's not the one I want. Hang on a second. I'm going to do it again. Okay, this is the one I want. No, that is not the one I wanted. Okay, this is the one I wanted. Okay, let me stop. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you have live TV. All right, here we go. Okay, so here it is. Let me.
Size of a closet, and you're trying to fit all your people in the clown car. And you know what? You're so excited. So Kelly Rowland walked off the set of the Today Show because the dressing room wasn't up to par. She was co-hosting with Hoda, and it wasn't it. I've co-hosted with Hoda, and I've arrived there, and the makeup area that you touch up in is often a drop cloth, like a black drop cloth. And then your dressing room is the size of a closet, and you're trying to fit all your people in the clown car. And you know what? You're so excited. You're so gracious. You're co-hosting on the Today Show, an institution in entertainment, a news organization that is not about fancy dressing rooms. The makeup area is completely communal. The food is like grab a croissant and some plastic and pray for the best. And it's just not what that's about. And it's an honor to be there and to sit down with Hoda. And that was not the moment for diva expectations.
Okay.
So Kelly Rowland walked off the set of.
I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop it for a second. I'm gonna stop it right there. Bethany, where can I begin? First of all, is it me or has she had a history of being a little bit microaggressive towards Black women anyway? I seem to recall some situations where, again, she stuck her 2 cents in where nobody called you, Bethany, for a statement. Nobody asked you to weigh in on the situation. No one cares what you think, okay? And people are bashing her, like seriously bashing her because of, what she's saying. And again, she's like, you should be grateful. You're so excited. You're so gracious. You're co-hosting on the Today Show. So what? Like your dressing room is the size of a closet. You're trying to fit all your people in this clown car. And, you're just honored to be on the show. So people like myself were like, I'm sorry. Why are you equating what you are and who you are, a reality star turned businesswoman, to Kelly Rowland, who has had decades-long career, She's an actress. She's a singer. She's a host for several TV shows. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? So people naturally just went in. So I got to read you a couple of these comments because I thought that they were hilarious. So one user wrote, Bethany Frankel, be all the way quiet. You are a reality star. Kelly is an icon. I couldn't agree more. Thank you very much, ex-user. This other person commented, Bethany Frankel trying to punch down on Kelly Rowland, a well-regarded Black woman entertainer, is like trying to reach the sky, but not getting past grass. Another social media person suggested that the apparent reference to Rowland as a diva wasn't the insult that Franco was seemingly trying to make it out to be. They said, Franco learned to shut up and stay out of other people's business. And yes, Kelly Rowland is a diva and deserves better, something you will never be. Okay? So there you have it. Just a few of the Twitter, now X users coming in and weighing in on this Bethany Frankel and her 2 cents about what she feels about this situation with Kelly Rowland. One spokesperson for Kelly came in and said that in her history of knowing her, which is over 30 years, she has never known Kelly to have any kind of scuffle or diva-like antics in her entire career. She has been sweet and gracious to everyone throughout her career and continues to be so. Enough said. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the situation was. But again, until I hear it from Kelly's mouth and weigh in on it, I'm not going to even give it any merit, any kind of light. Bethany is lucky that she got the mention she got out of my mouth thus far, because I'm not really her biggest fan. Never was. So there's that. But I really felt like, are people trying to come for this? Like, you don't know the story. Nobody knows the story. Nobody knows the back history of what happened. So how can you make snap judgments on something you don't know anything about? And that's just like, when this woman's, meeting me in the street, and I'm turning, she's turning, and what, you don't like the way I turn? You don't like the way I signaled or what have you? And then you're going to make judgments on me? What if I'm having a bad day? What if I'm doing something, and I'm, a little out of it? That's your response to people? And then you look at my face, you see me, and then you flip me off with the bird. Like, where were you raised? How were you raised? In a barn? Like, I don't understand that. But do understand this. When you come here with the smoke, I'm going to give you the smoke. I'm going to give it all to you. Don't even try me. Don't even. On my worst day, I'm still better than you on your absolutely exceptional day. So don't try me. Okay? Okay. But again, it seems to be like this open season, and it's been happening on an ongoing way for a number of years now. And it seems that now it's picking up steam again, because it kind of died down a little bit, I think, and now it's picking up steam again. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to equate it with. Perhaps, it's, politically charged. Not sure. All I can say is, for the body at large, the majority of Black people in America, they're not going for it. They're not going for it. The majority of people, not even Black people, people are not going for it. Because it's like, how dare you? How dare you try and assert your will or your authority over someone else? Nobody has dominion over anyone else, right? You are free in this land, okay? In this time, in this land that we know it today, everybody is free, okay? So nobody has dominion over anyone, okay? There are no slaves anymore. We are not slaves. We're not second-class citizens. We're not less than. Everyone here should be treated equally and fairly, okay, under the laws of our Constitution. Now, you want to try and buck the system and do otherwise, and say otherwise, then you must be ready to accept the ramifications of your actions. Because no one that I know of is going to sit idly by and let someone attack them or their character. You know, even if you're not attacking me, if you're attacking somebody that I know and I see that, oh, I have a problem. And you're going to hear it. Because that's not what I stand for. I will always come to the defense of my fellow man, no matter who they are, what color they are, what race, what religion, doesn't matter. An injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. Okay? So my thing is, you got to start calling out these injustices, and you've got to start making a stand somewhere, right? I really want us as a nation to start looking at how we're treating each other and how we are interacting with each other in this day and time. Some of it is just deplorable. Some of the way that we treat each other is just deplorable. It just saddens my heart how this is just not, it's just not what I know to be true. Like, I remember growing up, my grandmother used to help out neighbors, right? So if they ring her doorbell, they knock on her door and they're like, listen, I've fallen on hard times, I lost a job, da, 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 da. They would come to my grandmother. My grandmother would help them out. If she could, she would help them out. And that's what I grew up on. If you, needed something, you can come to me. If I have it, I'll give it to you. If I can, you got it. Because that's how I was raised. So I don't understand this kind of evilness that is lying at the bottom of our culture right now. And it's slowly bubbling to the surface, and it's like, venga, it's horrible. It's a stench in the world. I use the Panamanian slang. It's like, a thing. But I'm just floored, and I'm disheartened by some of the things that's going on. So then we get to Wendy Williams. Man, I have to say before I start this that I grew up on Wendy Williams. I'm from New York. I listened to her radio station when she was on all the time. I think she had the 2 to 5 slot or something like that. I would listen. If I was in class, I'd, have my earpods on or my headset on or whatever and would listen, or I would tape it and listen to it when I got home. I was not missing Wendy Williams. Some of her tea, yes, was a little hardcore, but she was driven and she was determined that she was going to be that kind of shock jock that like Howard Stern is, and I forgot the other one. They used to call us nappy headed hoes or whatever, black women. But shock jocks like them. And I get it. You got to get your foothold in there some kind of way. And she felt that that was her way. So she did a lot of things that alienated her in the hip hop world. But, as she used to say on her television show, at the end of the day, when she finished doing her commentary or whatever, she'd pack up her things and she head on back to Jersey, close her blinds, and live her life as Wendy Williams Hunter, wife of Kevin Hunter, mother to Kevin Jr., and just live her life. It was announced today that she has been formally diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and dementia. This came out on the newswire today, and everyone has been picking it up. Her care team shared this personal update with her fans, friends, and supporters to correct incorrect and hurtful rumors about her health. She has in the past been very open about her medical struggles with both Graves' disease and lymphedema, as well as other challenges related to her health. But over the past few years, if you've seen any reports on Wendy, it kind of raised some speculations about her condition, particularly when she was filmed losing words, acting a little erratic at times, and then having difficulties understanding financial transactions. So, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, she was officially diagnosed with this progressive aphasia and frontal tempora dementia, also called FTD. Aphasia is a condition that affects language and communication abilities, and frontal tempora dementia is a progressive disorder impacting behavior and cognitive functions. They've presented significant hurdles in Wendy's life. And the team of the specialists at Weill Cornell Medicine is giving her the medical care that she requires facing this. The news to share this, they said, was difficult, and after careful consideration, not only to advocate for her understanding and compassion, but also to raise awareness and support the thousands of others who are also facing these circumstances, as well as individuals who may not have yet been diagnosed with it, but are presenting these same symptoms. Now, I get it. They had to do a diagnostic on what's going on with her, but I can't help feeling like this is a prelude to explain the Lifetime special that's coming out this week. I believe it's towards the end of this week, maybe over the weekend. I feel like this is a cover for that. And I feel like this is adding more fuel to the fire, getting more eyeballs, I guess, interested in watching her. Hey, JPL, welcome in. Thanks for coming. Yes. Oh, it's good morning there in the Philippines. Good morning. Good morning. So my heart, my soul is not at ease with this. And, of course, I'm doing some digging and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what is this? What does this mean? I do know that Bruce Willis has also been diagnosed with the same thing as well. So I wanted to do a little digging about what this is. So I'm going to share with you now. Let's see. Hang on, let me get this set up so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so let me. Hey, BDBGP, welcome in. Welcome. Feeling and living well. Feeling and living well. How about you? All right, so let's present what this is. Okay, so here's our brain, right? And the primary progressive aphasia is a rare nervous system that kind of affects the ability to communicate. So when we talk about the ability to communicate, we're talking language here, we're talking speech and language here, right? But we're also talking about some balance and coordination issues here. We're also talking about some problem solving and behavioral here, and voluntary and skilled movement here. So if you think about it, this whole front of her brain is what is being affected right now with this aphasia. So symptoms, they say, begin gradually, often before age 65. They get worse over time. People with primary progressive aphasia can lose the ability to speak and write. Eventually, they're not able to understand written or spoken language. Now, if you understand anything about Wendy Williams, you know that she was a linguist. She prided herself on command of the quote unquote Queen's English. So for this to be her diagnosis, I know this would be devastating to her if she were cognizant enough to understand what is happening. They say that this condition also progresses slowly, and that people with this condition may continue caring for themselves and participating in daily activities for several years. But this is a frontal tempora dementia. So that's that front area of the brain right here that affects everything, including speech and language. And basically the tissues involved in speech and language are going to disintegrate slowly over time. This is, varied based on what part of the brain's language areas were involved. There are 3 different types and 3 different symptoms. And as I said, the symptoms develop over time and just get gradually worse. But the symptoms include trouble understanding written or spoken language, particularly single words, not understanding the meaning of words, not being able to name objects, having trouble formulating sentences. The logopenic variant of primary progressive aphasia Also include trouble understanding spoken languages, particularly long sentences, pausing and hesitancy during speech or searching for words, not being able to repeat phrases or sentences. Some people, as it gets gradually worse, they're going to have poor grammar in written and spoken languages. They're going to have trouble understanding complex sentences, using grammar incorrectly, having trouble speaking, making errors in speech. And we've seen a little bit of this with Wendy Williams already, but this is going, like I said, going to get progressively worse. They're going to have trouble saying or hearing the sounds of words quickly and being able to respond quickly. It's also, like I said, going to cause the brain to kind of shrink and disintegrate. When the areas of the brain shrink, it's called atrophy. And basically, atrophy means that part of the brain is no longer viable. So again, those areas will disintegrate over time and just slowly, disintegrate. What she's going to be facing in the coming years are going to be learning disabilities. Her speech is going to get diminished greatly. She's going to have behavioral issues as well. Like, she's going to have problems with movement, balance, swallowing. That's why, sometimes we saw her out in the street in New York City in a wheelchair because she can't move any longer. She can no longer walk on her own. Hey, Ray of Sunshine, welcome in. Thanks for coming. So a lot of these things are going to, unfortunately, be happening to Wendy over time. Let's see. Nothing else? Okay. Also, again, some of these symptoms are going to be blunted emotions, not showing concern, poor judgment, inappropriate social behavior. That may explain some of the things that we've heard that happened on the Wendy Williams show just prior to her not coming on any longer. There were some issues where, some people were saying that, she was doing inappropriate things or saying inappropriate things. There was one report where they were saying that she was not dressed and was in front of one of her male employees undressed. So ASMR, Danielle. First of all, Danielle, hello. When you come into somebody's live stream, you're supposed to say hello to the host. Secondly, don't come in here asking me why I blocked your friends. I blocked your friends because they was rude, like you are rude. And don't come in here harassing Lou about anything. You want an issue with Lou, you take it up with Lou, but you don't bring it to my live stream because I don't want it here. Okay? Now, if you can't act accordingly, you will be banned too. Bye-bye. Again, licensed to come onto my show and talk. I did not send for you, so don't come for me. Don't come for me. And don't come for nobody in my chat either. So now she's going to go and thumbs me down. That's the new thing, y'all. When they come in here, with their nonsense, they start thumbing me down on my my posts as well as my live streams and my recorded videos. So please get those thumbs up, please, because they drown out these crazy people with their thumbs down. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't mind you come in if you come in with like you got some sense, but don't come in here like you don't have no home training and then try to come for me talking about why you do such and such. Don't come over here judging me about what I am doing. Judge for yourself. Judge for yourself. I just don't have the time for it. I really don't. Because I'm like, nobody even asked for you. Nobody's bothering you. I'm here doing my show. Happy go lucky. And you trying to start some stuff. I don't think so. Yeah, no. I know I am. No problem, Lou. No problem at all. All right. So I'm gonna play this piece of the Lifetime show, which further goes to show my point one, that I don't think Lifetime needs to do this. I think it is truly messing with Wendy's legacy. She would not have wanted to be portrayed this way. And I really feel like they're doing her a disservice. But again, I'm going to show it. I was really saddened when I showed it, but I'm going to show it again to you all in case you haven't seen it. Oh, hang on a second. I didn't even put it in. Hang on. Oh, da, 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 da. Okay. Here we go. So let me set the stage for you. So to set the stage for you, this is a piece from the upcoming Lifetime biopic on Wendy Williams. Where is she now? It shows like what's going on with her. It shows Wendy in a way we've never seen her before. This particular scene, she doesn't have her infamous wig on, which is something, if you know Wendy, she would never have done. She didn't even do it on her own talk show. She didn't do it on her biopic before that we saw. So why would she do this now? And my feeling is she wouldn't, especially in the light of her now being diagnosed with this cognitive disease. We know that she's not able to make decisions like this. So why would you show her in this light? And I feel again like the powers that be for a Lifetime should be slammed for this. I have mixed feelings about watching this. A part of me is like, I don't want to see Wendy like this. This is not how I want to remember her and really kind of think of her in this way. And I also feel a little angry about it because I'm like, Bruce Willis, who you all say has the same disorder, right? We're not seeing him in this light. Nobody's doing, to my knowledge, a biopic on him and what he's doing now and how he's functioning now. And he has the same disease. So why are we doing this to Wendy and we're not doing this to Bruce Willis? And he's been out of the eye longer than Wendy Williams has. I really just think that No, I really just think that you need to get off my damn live stream with this nonsense. Nobody hates anybody here. But what I don't like is for people like you to come here and try to tell me what I need to be doing. Are you kidding me? Go. The hell? What the hell? No, Lou. Now it's personal for me. Now I have to go to YouTube and report these people. Because this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. All right, so let's go and look at this thing. Did I even set it up properly? Okay, so she's without her wig, and you're multitasking, watching from the gallows. No worries, we got it. So yeah, she's without her wig. She's talking to Angela. What is her real last name? I think it's White. Black China, formerly known as Black China. So she's talking to her, and well, I mean, you'll get the gist of it when you see it. So let's present this.
You've always been like.
Ooh. Okay. I tell you, it really just breaks my heart to see her like that. That's not the Wendy that I know. It's not. No, that is Black China. Remember Black China? She got with Rob Kardashian. They had the baby Dream. That's her. She, turned her life around, went to, Christ. Now is not using Black China as her name anymore. Yeah. But her niece has been talking to, she's been around. She's been to GMA already. She's been to The View and talked about it. Yeah, she took all those fillers and stuff out. She took out those, crazy wigs and weaves that she used to wear. She took out her butt implants. So she looks really good. She's been, working out. I don't know if she's working out with a trainer or she's doing it on her own. I'm assuming she's probably working out with a trainer, but she is looking really, really good. And I love that, she went to see her. I know that her and Wendy got really, really close because, Wendy used to talk about her on her talk show, but she always said like she had love for Angela. And that, she wanted to see her do well. So it's good that, at least there's one celebrity out there that, genuinely cares. Like I got the sense that she genuinely cared about, Wendy and how she's doing. So I love the fact that she went to see her. Also Miss Jones, she's on air. I forget what station she's on, but she's another popular New York City DJ that came up like after Wendy. And she had went to see her in her New York apartment, or what she thought was her New York apartment. And when she went, she was told by the I guess doorman that she's no longer there, that she just missed her. She left a few months ago. And so I guess that kind of prompted Lifetime to be like, oh, let's do, kind of a what's happening with Wendy now. And so, they're going to use a lot of, I guess, the scenes that they shot of her around town as she was slowly declining in health as sort of the background for this story. But as you can see there, she doesn't have on a wig. Her hair is not done. Like, I don't even see Wendy in that portrayal anymore. Yeah, she's not. She's not there. No, she's not there in her apartment anymore. They're saying now with this diagnosis that she's under medical care. So I don't know if she is in the hospital, in a rehab. We don't know. And what's crazier about this story, not the fact that we don't know, it's the fact that her family doesn't know. Her family, like her niece, as she, goes around this talk show circuit, she's saying to everyone that the family doesn't know where Wendy is. The family has not heard from Wendy. She has this independent health proxy who is, not a family member, but is in charge of Wendy's health. And I remember Wendy talking about on her show that she had like a team of doctors and that she always, goes and gets her physicals done. She would, as a workout, take up swimming, and she was an avid swimmer. She was actually a very strong swimmer. And so she would use that as her fitness routine. And so I'm like, what happened there? Like, I don't understand how we go from a woman who took such charge of her health to a person who really, I don't know, just gave up. I don't want to even say gave up, but I feel like that's the most appropriate term to use when someone who was in seemingly such great health had such a big decline in health. Now, alcohol has a lot to do with that because, as you know, alcohol is a depressant. And so, if she's drinking and they were saying like bottles of vodka, that will, as they say, quote unquote, drown your brain, because you're just soaking it in this fermented alcohol day after day after day. And she was doing it every day, bottles of vodka. So when you drink to that extent, you're going to start having some cognitive issues because, your brain is basically drowning in all of this alcohol. So I get, what they're saying, but I'm still like, what in the world? What in the world? Red Sunshine says, I just don't know. Wonder if she had a stroke from stress and they just didn't tell us. Well, this is what they're telling us now, is that she has this aphasia, which, she's showing all the signs of. If you look at Bruce Willis, he has the same issue and he shows these same signs as well. So, I can, I can co-sign that's probably what's going on with her. But you're right, there's probably been some other issues that we might not have been privy to that she's had along the way as well. But I just feel like it's deplorable for Lifetime to do this at this time. Like, I just don't understand what the upside could be from showing her in this light. Yeah. Lou says, I can't do this. I might as well quit YouTube. Don't quit YouTube because of these people, Lou. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because that's just giving them what they want. You go ahead and continue doing what you do and forget them. Onward and upward. Don't let them knock your shine or take you out of who you are. No, don't give them the satisfaction. It is a dramatic change. It absolutely is. But you got to think she's had some pretty dramatic changes in her personal life. First, her husband is unfaithful to the point where, he now has another baby. And I think she already knew that, him and Sharina had a thing going. Like, you can't be with somebody 20 plus years and not know they got something going on. So I think what happened was, she was like most women, who doesn't want to lose their husband, and just says, you know what, as long as you don't put it on Front Street, as long as you don't have no side baby from them, go ahead. Like, this is your primary family, and, don't mess up. And so I think what happens with a lot of men, they think, oh, I got a license, I could do whatever I want. And so he was reckless, as most men are when they're cheating. He was reckless. He had the side baby. And instead of letting Wendy know, he continued to lie and evade until it got out in the trades. I think it was the Daily Mail that leaked the story. And now you don't have a leg to stand on, because now Wendy has the proof. Now, I'm not sure what kind of lawyer Wendy had, because if Wendy had that kind of proof that he was cheating or whatever, I don't understand why she had to pay him anything. I don't know why she would have to pay him anything. So I do a side eye on the lawyers involved in that divorce decree, or maybe she was just like, pay him off and be done with it. But I wouldn't have given him a dime. Cheat on me to that extent and have a side baby? No. You ain't getting a dime of my hard-earned money. To the point where Wendy's talking about they driving around and they living off of her back. No. And I don't know if you saw it, but a couple of weeks ago, the mistress, who I think her and Kelvin, the ex-husband, his real name is Kelvin, not Kevin, but that's a whole separate issue. I think they broke up, which is funny because the gravy train ran out, and Sharina's like, I'm gonna run out with it and take the baby too. So she left him, but she is being sued by her credit card company. Yeah, reckless for sure. She's being sued by her credit card company, TJ Maxx, of all credit cards. Like, yikes. Like, really? You ran up a TJ Maxx card and couldn't pay? Really? Anyway, she did. And she blames the reason that she can't pay is because her ex no longer gets the alimony checks from Wendy Williams. So basically, she's blaming Wendy Williams for her lack of being able to pay. Isn't that a kick in the head? I'm like, well, I'll be doggone. I ain't never heard the mistress blame the wife for the fact that she can't pay her bills. The nerve, the audacity of it all. Yes, she did. She sure enough did say that. And then her mom, who was a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha as well, she passed away. And so it was sad to see. It was sad to see that she didn't really even get a chance to grieve for her mom, because she had to be, back on the show and everything. And I think that also took a dramatic toll on her. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a dramatic change. Broken heart. Yep. Indeed. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, these laws are low key really for men, made by men, run by men. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Indeed, indeed. So crazy. So crazy. All right, babes. Well, that will do it for tonight. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, just over an hour. If you have any questions about Wendy, Kelly, the story about me, whatever, hit me up in the comment section below. Don't forget to share and like this stream. Pass it on to those friends, those foes, to all you know. So let them know Brown Girl Bella is in here. I did do a review on the new Sonia G brush set that she released for the holidays. I was able to get my hands on it after trying for 3 times, but that's another story. But please go and watch it. Give that video a thumbs up. I'm in the middle of editing another video that will probably go up on Saturday. And then Sunday Sips, I probably will either move it to an earlier time or forego it because I do have a birthday party to go to. So I will be going to that. So we'll either move it up so that I can do it live and show you all my makeup that I'm going to wear, or I'm going to forego it. So I'll let you know in the community page. If those of you are on my paid memberships, know that there will be a Freebie Friday tomorrow up. And until next time, you have now been Bellified. Thanks for watching, and bye, babes. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll put all the details of everything that I wore makeup wise in the description box. So after this cycles through, you'll be able to see it. Thanks, babes. Bye.